Hi, PB kids. While Jesus lived on earth, he performed many miracles. According to the Gospel of John, Jesus' first public miracle took place at a wedding. His mom, Mary, was there, and so were his disciples. At the wedding, they ran out of wine. Now, I've been to a good number of weddings, and I can tell you that a lot of people like to have a glass of wine at a wedding. And it seems that it was no different when Jesus was alive. So when they ran out, Mary turned to her son and said, "They have no wine." And what Jesus would do next would change things forever. Mary turned to the servants and said, "Do whatever he tells you." And they did. Jesus directed them to fill up 6 very, very large jugs with water. Next, he asked the servants to take some of the water and give it to the person in charge of the wedding banquet. Now, you and I would think, Jesus just asked these servants to hand out water. But that's not what happened. When the person in charge of the banquet drank the water, it wasn't water. It was wine. Nobody at the party knew where the wine came from, but the servants knew. The servants knew before anyone because they were a part of the miracle. They followed what Jesus asked them to do, and they filled up water jugs and handed out wine. By listening to Jesus and serving others, these servants saw Jesus' amazing power before anyone else. Something really cool about Jesus is that he's fully God. He knows what happened before and what will happen in the future, and it's our job to trust him. And it can be scary because we don't know how things are going to turn out. God doesn't promise to turn water into wine every day. But this miracle would have happened really differently if the servants hadn't listened to Jesus. When we listen to what God is asking us to do, even if it seems weird, even if it seems unrealistic, we can remember that God is faithful and promises to take care of us. And when we follow what he asks us to do, we might be really, really blown away with what will happen next. We have announcements. Next week, we are having a PB Kids and Youth Game Day. Come ready to compete in games that will test the mind, body, and spirit. Meet in the PB Kids room at 11:30 after the service. Next month, on February 18th, we will be traveling up to Fullerton for the Tri-Regional Youth Conference. It will be from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and all youth are welcome to come. I'll be taking up a group, so if you're interested, please reach out to me to coordinate rides, and you can register for the event online. Remember, you are special and loved just the way you are by God. Have a great week.